Hey everybody, welcome to A Bit of Birdsong. This is Lynn and I am very happy that you're here. I wanted to show you a journal that I just finished. This is in response to April at PinkOddBird, April's challenge to make a junk journal, a true junk journal, going back to the roots of what junk journaling actually is. It's taking junk and making a book. I don't want to drag this out too long, so I want to tell you quickly about this journal and what it's made from. A beautiful cardboard box that I took some of the outside layer off of so that you could see the corrugation. You can see that there was a place here that was already cut and scored so that when the box was originally closed, this turned inward or pushed inward and it held part of what was in this gift box originally. I decided just to push that out and let it be part of the cover of the journal. I'm calling this journal Serendipity. I have a few more finishing touches and I might come back and show you that. One of those will include putting the word serendipity on here. I wanted to quickly tell you about some of this trash. This is a piece of lace that was discarded in the trash can because it was stained and very crumpled. This is a strip of fabric left over from a project that someone did, and this was thrown into the trash can. You can see the stitches along the edge, but I think this piece of fabric was probably really beautiful. If I'm not mistaken, I had some fabric like this at one point. I will say as an aside here, I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this as a tie the way it is now or if I'm going to cut it close and add a different kind of closure. I will come back and tell you about that as well. So that's the second thing that I need to come back and update you on. This was from a photo album. The paper had had photos glued all the way through it. They had been ripped out, which left not only glue spots, but places where the paper was torn. I'm calling this Serendipity because I feel like a lot of what I found ties in together color-wise and with just the way it feels. I wanted to add some sturdiness to the cover, so I took the front cover off of a sketchbook. It was in the recycle. All the paper had been used and the only thing left was the heavy cardboard underneath and the bright yellow page on the front. I turned it so that the yellow page is facing inward. I wanted this really textured part of the paper showing. I love the color, I love the texture to it, and it was stained already. It's got kind of a circle, maybe where something was sitting on someone's desk. All of the rest of this paper was found in recycle. You can see part of a calendar page. This was from a stack of really, really thin, very beautiful paper. Each one had this metallic square in the center, either gold or silver, and some of the pages had some red around the metallic. Honestly, I think the reason it had been recycled is that whoever was using it had spilled some kind of artist product, turpentine or something like that, because the very first maybe inch of this stack of paper was saturated and it really couldn't be used. But I did throw away enough of that stack to get rid of the paper that was saturated with the chemical, and it left me with a few clean sheets to work with. So that came out of the recycle. This is a gift bag from the Museum of Modern Art that was torn, so I tore it down even further to make some pages. All of this other paper, it was either scraps or it was paper that had something spilled on it. Let me see if I can find one of these sheets. I think it's really pretty. I love the staining. There it is. I love that staining. And this pink paper was so faded. You can see how it's really white on the edge. This is the color it should be. That was in the recycle. I only got one sheet. There was only one sheet there. And then in the back, I enjoyed doing this so much with a wad of threads that I had that I used in the journal called Remembrance. I decided to use that again in this. So this is Serendipity so far. I can't decide what to do with it. I have a question for you. These are the things I'm thinking about. One is to continue to embellish it with trash. I do have some really good things, including where someone was working on some paper flowers and ended up throwing them in the recycle bin. So that gives me a lot of pretty paper to put in here. Another thing is to take it almost as it is with just a couple more touches and put it in the gallery at work to be for sale as an example of what you can do with trash. The third thing would be to use it as a themed journal for myself to put ideas into as they come to me, if I'm on the run, if, maybe put it in a place. Someone on the group Alternative Junk Journals mentioned making a book to keep with her in the car. Not that she's going to write while she's driving, but to be able to jot down good ideas while she's out. I understand that. Sometimes when I'm driving and quiet, my mind gets quiet and I think of things, and it would be nice to be able to keep track of those things. The last thing would be to turn this into a book of quotations. This could be so many cool things. It could be an address book. It could be a book for just information, birthdays, passwords, so many things. I feel like it's really special. April, thank you so much for challenging us. I loved this box as soon as I saw it, and that was serendipitous, because right when I found this box, you announced the challenge, and I knew that that's what this box was going to be. So this is where I am in the process. Please feel free to tell me what you would do if this journal was something you had just finished. What would you do with it? All right, thank you for watching. Bye for now.